What is up, everyone? It's the Drummer Nerd, and welcome back to another ARK episode on the Sandbox Survivors server. That's right, we are now full-time in ARK on the... Ooh, red. Full-time in ARK on the Sandbox Survivors server. And, man, we've been busy here getting a little bit of work done on stream this last weekend with pretty much the whole crew, actually. It was a lot of fun. We came over to Carno Island here. You can see where I am. And we just went on a big taming spree, and we built this big old building, which is really overkill, for one. But it's a nice big taming pen for Rexes, really. I mean, we can pretty much put anything we want in here, but the Rexes are probably the best target. Got a door in the back. Got a bunch of windows that you can see through. They're really more cosmetic than anything else, I think, because none of us were really using the windows. Let's see, close that door. Come here. And there's a little hidey tower up here, which we didn't end up using, and I'm not sure how effective it would be. I think we might need to wall it up a little bit, because I think the Rex can just walk right up and probably attack you through here. But if you were standing in the back, you could probably get him no problem. But what we ended up doing was we did pull a Rex in here, which was sweet. And we locked him in, which was also sweet. But he kind of, he didn't get out, but he was kind of glitching through the wall over here on this side. And we could hit him through the wall, and he couldn't get us. And because this is stone, even though he was attacking the walls, it really didn't do anything. So we ended up knocking out, well, what was it, level 108 or level 104? I don't recall, but very high level Rex. And we were able to tame it. And while we were waiting for a lot of that stuff to happen, we'd bring all kinds of other creatures around. Carnos, Argies. You know, we'd fight a couple alphas on here because Russ's corpse's buddy, Nui, brought out his very high level Spino. And we were in a good spot over here. So we put a couple levels on the bird here, and look at how fast he is, man. I just decided to crank movement speed on him. 211%. It's a little bit ridiculous, but everybody was having a lot of fun with how fast he is. Okay. Those are two things I don't have to get anymore. That's kind of cool. So what we did do now then is I did have a ton of creatures that we tamed over here. I moved them all over to where the base is going to be. Now, we haven't done a lot of actual building yet at the base, and a lot of that is because I wanted to plan this one out a little better than the last one. We just kind of threw a building up, made the best out of what we had, and, you know, we came up with something pretty decent, but we didn't end up really whoa. Oh, okay. Maybe don't jump off with the raptors here. Run away. Yeah. So I'm not worried about me so much as that this has happened before. I've attacked my Pteranodon before, doing stupid stuff like that. Okay, you're good. Oh, come on. Whatever. Half the time it's just a water jar anyway. So we haven't done much over here, but look at this. We have friends. We have lots of friends. I told you we were busy. Check it out. We got a couple of sabers. This one would have been a little higher, but I think it did end up taking a hit from Rex that was coming by, and we lost a lot of taming effectiveness. What can you do? We got 139 RG there, 186 RG here. We've got John Carnage over here. One of the people in stream had recommended this name, and I couldn't help it. It was pretty awesome. And then, of course, Chompers, level 181. Look at those stats already. So, more health. Love it. So, our goal today then is to gather up and, well, really actually to make a base for gathering up a ton of metal. I want to make a remote section where we can gather up as much metal as possible, set it up in some kind of space to actually cook up and make the metal, and even potentially craft it into what we want. But I have a great spot, and I don't know why I didn't see it before. Because this mountain over to this side of us has got so much metal on it, and it's way closer than the one across the water here. And it's something I just ignored entirely for however long for some reason, because I knew this one had metal, and I never looked around other places. So we're going to take the Ankylo that we got in the last episode on a raft, and I've already picked out a spot that I'm going to set up a little pseudo base for cooking up metal. The trick with this is going to be actually getting the Ankylo up to that spot on the mountain. It's not very safe. In fact, it's quite dangerous. You'll see plenty of Rexes. You'll see plenty of saber-tooths. Hopefully bringing the RG along will help me keep this guy relatively safe. And, we can get him up and we can get him kind of locked in. So let's jump on this raft here. I'm going to have to make the RG follow because they just won't stay on the raft when we're moving. But here's Spike. Spike's chilling. I'm going to take the RG. And we're going to go and we're going to head over to the side of the mountain that I'm going to kind of keep these guys hanging out. And we'll be right back. Okay, I beached up. Check this place out. It's really quite neat looking. And this spot right here, luckily, is pretty protected. So we're going to jump on Spike. And this is where this is going to get interesting. This dino is very slow. I mean, this is the fastest that he goes. And we got to get up the mountain that's kind of hidden behind the trees here. And hopefully not get stuck on this RG over and over and over again. Oh. Come on, man. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do a little bit of this magic right here. You. Neutral? Okay, good. You stay there. So I brought the RG with me for protection. And I know that I have stronger dinos that I could be bringing for protection, but the benefit in the RG is I can leave anytime I need to on the bird and go get what I might need or fly back, go anywhere, really. And then I don't have to worry about running a T-Rex up the side of a mountain, which, as cool as that is, can be a little bit of a pain in the butt when we really don't need him to be up there. So this is where this is going to get really tricky. And I wish I would stop rubber banding around the Argent. Come on. I'm basically going to need... Let's see if he'll follow without being a pain in the butt. I doubt it. Won't even follow without me having to get all close to him. Okay. So I have to kind of snake my way up this mountain, which is really very irritating. And it's going to take a while for us to get up there, but I felt like it might be a little bit fun to show part of the irritating journey. So we're just going to do a little bit of a speed up. Alright, here we are. This is the spot that I'm thinking of building a little bit of a smelting base on. Fairly simple spot. We can stack up some gates here. There's really not too much metal going down that way. There's really not too much metal going down the other way. My concern is just wanting to make sure that I don't build somewhere that's going to limit the spawning of metal. And you'll see why in a second, because if you start to get up here, there is a ridiculous amount of metal that spawns in these areas. Now, honestly, it may be better for me to come up here a little bit more, even if we do miss out on a couple of spots of metal, just the fact that I'll be so much closer to these crazy things every which place you can possibly be. Now all you have to do is run around the corner just a little bit and bam, maddening amounts of metal. So actually, yeah, now that I think about it, I am gonna come up just a little bit further. In fact, is it worth coming right here? Seems like if I build just the right kind of house too, we won't have to worry too much about spawns. I've been up here a couple times and really haven't seen anything. We can just keep the Ankylo up here. I'm gonna play around with this, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Made a little bit of progress here, as you can see. This is not the first rendition of this. I had to play around with it quite a bit to get it to work the way I wanted it to. Mostly because I found, and I don't play around with dinosaur gates much, so you'll have to forgive me on this one, but I found that if I was to do, say, like the backside here with the 3 foundations, and I was to try to line up that dinosaur gate in the middle, you can place walls around it, but they will kind of stick through the gate here, and then the dinosaur won't actually fit through, which is a huge pain in the butt. Completely defeats the purpose. And now, you know, I got something cool that works. And the nice part is that even though we have kind of a drop back here, I can go over with, I'm not sure if I can do it here, but we can go over with the ceilings if I want to expand out a little bit. And I'm thinking that I might build up a little bit more, make a second story for actual crafting, and have a crafting area up top, and have an area to dump off the metal into refining forges along the bottom here. So I am going to spend a little bit more time building this up, and we'll be back. Back at the base we are. And I got more materials. Let's see. So I'm already thinking that, you know, while the wood stuff is pretty cool, and this is going to make a great temporary base for us to keep things nice and safe here, we are surrounded by an awful lot of wood. We're surrounded by an awful lot of metal, the reason that we came up here. And I'm thinking that, although it probably would be a waste, I think it would look really cool if we replaced all the materials on the walls in this particular little base with metal. And use that as a, really the first test that I've ever had with metal. I've not really used metal for crafting walls and foundations and building materials in general. Everything has just been the wood and stone every once in a while. It's hard to get this to snap when you're this far away from it on the ground. Try again. Oh, what? Snap. Yeah, okay. I'm just waiting for that one time I missed time, and I miss horribly. Sweet. Now we're closed in. It's a nice little house. This dude's trying to fly inside still because I keep forgetting to take him off of follow. This guy can fit in here, no problem. I'll be able to shut him in and shut the door. And there's plenty of space on this first level for me just to line the walls with refining forges. And I can probably sneak a ladder in on the side here and be able to get to a second floor, which again, we'll build it another time. I might sneak a fabricator down here just so we can build up the metal materials that we want and replace what we have here now, especially the stuff that went sideways for some stupid reason. And then we can build up top. I'm also thinking that at some point here very soon we'll play around with some of the more advanced machinery with a generator so we can get lights, we can get heat, and we can get some cooking going on. So why don't I work on getting those refining forges down so we can actually start gathering some of this metal and I'll be back. Okay, I think that might be enough refining forges. Get out of my... Move. Thank you. I might be able to fit a little bit more than 3 more in here. Will I ever use all of these? I'm certainly gonna try. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, I know I could fit it closer, but I'm really not going to be using that real estate now, am I? Except for maybe for, where was it? Where are you hiding, Mr. Mortar and Pestle? You fit very, very snugly right there. So, we got, I think, 12 of these guys going on in here? I think that should be enough. What do you think, Spike? How much metal you got on you right now? Enough. I'm probably going to have to throw some storage in here at some point, too, just for the crystal. Because we are going to end up getting a decent amount of crystal. And I want to get as much of that stuff as I can. So, light it up, man. First little bit of metal going on. And I want to see all of these things going. So, let's see. Again, I do think we need some storage for the crystals. So, why don't I build us a little bit of storage? Where are you? Right here. We'll build a large storage. I might even just bring the crystals back right away whenever we get them, just to keep them out of this place. Haven't quite decided yet. It did occur to me, though, while I was running out, gallivanting and gathering materials for all the stuff that we've been building in here, that I am going to need a significant amount of cementing paste to make a lot of the stuff that we want. And it dawned on me that we have not yet gotten a Beelzebufo. Beelzebufo? Did I say that right? I think I said it right. We're going to pretend I said it right. I tried really hard to say it right in the episode when we actually got one, so give me a little bit of a pass on that one, alright? So I think we actually might take a little bit of time to run out and get our hands on one of those guys so that we can start gathering that stuff up and really get into working on crafting our metal structure. Though I might have to actually take this guy out for a little bit of a metal fun run real quick before we do so, just because I got a couple of levels on him. And we spent all that time building this cool base for all the metal and stuff. And we haven't actually went out and grabbed any yet. So let's take him out for a spin, shall we? Once he gets out of my... They're so slow, though. This is exactly why we built so close to metal. Because that's how fast they run, forward and backwards. Use that tail. Look at all that metal. Holy cow. So we can dump the rocks, but even still, man, I'm going to have to pump so much weight on these guys. I just went and I hit one rock, and he's pretty much at the point where I won't be able to move if we keep going. So he'll definitely need some levels. And he'll definitely need some weight. And I definitely left enough room in here for me to do a cool wide turn radius. Look at that. Now I don't have to worry about backing him out like an idiot. Put some here. Thank you. Put this here. And get some more spark powder. Luckily, this stuff isn't that difficult to make, so I'm not going to worry about just leaving it here and being a problem. Light the fire. Sweet! Got some metal going. Alright, Spike. You hang out, buddy. We got some business to attend to. Oh, we're back in one of my favorite places ever. Can you hear the sarcasm in my voice? Not really a big fan of the swamp. I'm a big fan of some of the creatures you can get from the swamp, but the swamp itself is not one of my favorite places ever. We are, however, not going to make the same mistake that we made in our single-player world by trying to tame one of these things on the ground in this really, truly horrifying place. And I'm already under attack by something. 16. Ooh, here we go. Level 108. Come with me, man. We got some cool stuff to kill after we become friends. I just gotta remember to make sure that all of my much bigger friends are on passive before we start whatever you want to call that little tussle we're about to do. You know, so on my way over here, I did remember I spent a bunch of time working on this cool taming raft, and that we could probably benefit from just dumping this dude in there. Will you fall right in? Please fall in. Ah. Oh, he did the work for me. Now I don't know if he can jump out of there or not. I'm hoping not. Passive, please. These two, I don't know whether or not they'll need to be on passive, but we're going to set them on passive anyway, just in case. Okay, so we do have these cool windows for just such an occasion, but I don't want him to, I don't want him to tongue me. Crap. Can we dodge the tongue? Crap. You can't get me. There's a wall in the way. Oh, you're trying. You're trying pretty hard there, bud. Not gonna happen though. Because I... Oh. Keep trying. Maybe one of these times I'll screw it up and I'll walk in too early. Oh, he got me. Ah, he's out though. I win the unconscious battle. You only got me once. Hopefully I'm not falling asleep right now. No, we're okay. Sweet. Can I reach him from here? Totally can. This is a way better design with the windows. Thanks, Saber Dev. So we're going to try something a little different than what we normally do. And this is something that we did actually do a handful of times with RC, Saber, Dan, and Matsu over on Carnal Island, which was kind of the starve method, and to let the food levels on these guys drop. We were very specific with it because there was a calculator involved, but I don't have that calculator, so I'm just going to kind of guess it a little bit. And by doing so, when we put the food on the creature, they'll eat a bunch of it at once, which for these particular types of dinos just means less trips for raw prime. So that's beneficial, obviously. So I'm going to let this guy's food go down for a little while. We'll go grab some prime, and hopefully it'll be a pretty quick tame up once we get there. Okay, just made it back from a trip to Carnal Island to stock up on as much prime as we can. Torpor on these guys drops pretty quickly, so hopefully we're still solid. Yeah, okay, we're still solid. I let his food drop about 1,000, so now I'm just going to dump a ton of prime on him. A little bit of regular raw meat just in case. Prime. Whoa! Okay, try it again. I'm so glad they added now that you can just push and hold the T button to transfer to your inventory. So good. Okay. All that prime. Come here, big guy. Transfer it all in. Give him a couple raw meats. Take my arrows back. See, he's just eating away. Look at that taming bar go up. Hopefully I timed that correctly, but there's still a pretty good chance he'll be a couple bites away. We'll see what happens. Looks like we're close. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes. That is awesome. Not quite yet. So, I already made a saddle for you. There's that. And let's take these guys off you. You don't really need those anymore. See if we can get him out of there, because I don't know if he can make the jump. Come on, buddy. Sweet. Alright, so you know that we gotta take this guy out for a ride. Because this is one of the most fun creatures in the game. Boing! Yeah! Boing? See, whoa! No, okay, that was a Dilo. I was hoping that we were gonna run into some bugs pretty early, because I want cementing paste. Can we make it up here? Yes. I know there's a couple bugs up here, and we might make our way back down to the swamp, because as you may or may not have noticed, they're every dang place down there. You can't move without getting swarmed by bugs. Come here, bugs. Why can't I find you when I want you? That's exactly why I can't find you. Ah, I found some. Okay. Left click for the forward tongue move. Nope, not as cool. AoE. Right click. Eat it. Give me that cementing paste. Mm-hmm. Tasty. Come here, you. So, check that out. Bam. 50 already. Let's give you some more melee damage. Probably pump up some more health on that guy, too. Alright, one more pack. One more pack. We're feeling, we're feeling froggy. That's okay. You can make fun of me for that one. There's a raptor eating my bugs. We can't have that. Come here. Hurrah! Get tongued. Hey, bug. Hey, bug. Come here. Stop. 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 Die. Thank you for your patronage. Where'd you go? That's the only part about the bugs that sucks. Is you can't figure out where the corpses went sometimes. And sometimes you actually do take care of them. See? That corpse was hiding. We never would have found it. Get you a little bit of health there. So look at that. Already. A little over 100 cementing paste. Won't take too long of actual farming to get the rest of the stuff that we need. So I'm pretty happy with that. I love these guys. And, you know, it's kind of fortunate and unfortunate, I guess, that there's not as much bug spawn around here. Fortunate in that I don't have to deal with all those stupid bugs all the time. But unfortunate when I actually need them, I cannot find them. Well, everyone, that'll do it for me today. If you liked the video, please don't hesitate to leave a like. And I need you guys' help. You know, I'm sure you noticed there's a ton of creatures that don't have names. And I love it when you guys leave a comment and tell me what I should name certain creatures. I've had some of the best names possible come out of that. So please, leave a comment with some names for some of the creatures. We got saber-tooths, we got RGs, we've got this frog. Heck, I'll even rename the T-Rex if it's a good enough name going on for that. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We've been growing by a lot of subscribers fairly quickly, and I'm so happy for it. I love seeing those numbers go up, guys. It means that you it truly means to me that you guys like the content, and I'm very, very excited to see that. So, until next time, bye-bye.